Sidney Crosby scored 2 wonderful goals. Alex Nedeljkovic made 2 wonderful saves. And I'm inclined to just stop right there, aren't you? Good morning to you. Good Friday morning. I'm Dejan Kovacevic of DK Pittsburgh Sports. This is Daily Shot of Penguins. It comes your way bright and early every weekday. If you're into football and or baseball, I also offer daily shots of Steelers and Pirates in the same place that you found this. Penguins 2, Ducks 1 in overtime. I should say Sid 2. Ducks won in overtime because Sid scored both goals. He tied the game early in the third period and won it with a really, really nice effort in the 3-on-3 format, chipping the puck past the rookie cutter Gauthier, skating in alone on Lucas Dostal, who had been just wow all night, and he's been wow all season for Anaheim. And Sid almost looked like Kuznetsov, Evgeny Kuznetsov, going in super crazy tight on Dostal, coming to a almost complete standstill, and then firing the puck past him. I asked Sid about the Kuznetsov thing, and he just said he was grateful for the opportunity because he had a tough time settling the puck down after the chip. It was bouncing around a lot. He was lucky to have that time and put it home. Ned, arguably just as good, even though it wasn't in any sort of quantity. 2 outrageous through the crease saves late in regulation to allow there to be an overtime. So as I see it, you had 2 really, really strong individual efforts, 1 really not very good opponent, and you got the result what you wanted, but did you do any kind of stopping of the bleeding other than, of course, ending the 6-game losing streak? I don't know. The Ducks are now 4-5-1. They're next to last in the league in goals scored with 22, and they've given up more shots than anybody. Now, anyway, they passed the Penguins in this very game in that statistic. And at the same time, when I asked guys, what they thought of how they played, they liked it. They felt it was a continuation of some good stuff that started in the Minnesota game Tuesday night, and I'm going to respect that as well. Here's what Sid had to say when I asked him that question.
It's kind of closer to where you guys need to be and the way you need to play to win.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're going to be tested. There's going to be different situations. Tonight power play wasn't good, and we had to find the right 5-on-5. So, I think just consistency in our game, and we'll try to clean up some of the last 7 minutes there. Got a little tough, but for the most part, I thought that their mentality was really good, and the scoreboard showed.
Yeah, that's fair. Here's what Mike Sullivan had to say when I asked him that question.
Was this closer to what you want to see in general? I know the ending was probably a little livelier than you might have wanted, but overall.
Yeah, I thought it was one of our more complete games. I thought we controlled territory. We played more of a north-south, straight-ahead game. We put pucks behind their defensemen when there wasn't any ice to play on the entries. We managed the puck better in those critical areas of the rink. I thought for the most part all night long. So, as a result, we got a significant amount of offensive zone time. We got a significant amount of scoring chances. We're not compromising our offense by playing a more calculated game. And that's the conversation that we're having with the group. And then we've got to shore up. Our rush coverages, our rush defense, and our in-zone defense, where there's areas that there's details and that we've got to pay more attention to, and everybody's got to buy into, so that we become harder to play against. I know I said this the other day. I'm going to say it again. We're not going to score our way to success. We're going to defend our way to success, and that's the message that we're preaching to the group. I thought a lot of guys bought in tonight and played extremely well.
Also fair, in context, in single game context, in single game against the Ducks context. Penguins outshot Anaheim 46-23, out-attempted them. You're going to think I'm making this number up. 98-51. 98 shot attempts is obviously 1.5 attempts every minute. Erik Karlsson, all by himself, had 21 shot attempts. I'm sure that's happened at some point in the NHL. I'm just not familiar with it. And when I was joking with him a little bit about that after the game, he came back serious and said, this is the way we need to play. If we have the puck, teams are chasing us around, we wear them down. It's very frustrating to play against any opponent that has the puck all the time, wears you out physically, can wear you out mentally. And, they liked it. They liked it. I'm not going to begrudge them a success. And I'm also not going to, elevate that success. The Canadians are in town tomorrow night. After that's another 3-game road trip. We know how the last one went. And if they continue to defend as well as they did in this game, and they did, other than those couple of breakdowns late, then we can carry on some sort of substantive conversation about this. Right now, when we come back, J1Q. This episode is brought to you by Bet Online, your number one source for all your summer sports needs this season, from Major League Baseball, golf, NHL, NBA playoffs. Get the latest odds and lines, including all team matchups, player props, odds on just about everything that's out there. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to get in on the action. Bet Online, where the game starts. Today's J1Q comes from Jack, who says, about 1 minute after my son said, Sid's gonna win it, Sid won it. My son's going off to college next year, might not get to watch too many more games with him out there. Thanks, Sid, for the memory for us. Unforgettable. If you know, you know. You know what's funny, Jack, is it's different from the press box, and it's different when you're working. And I'm keeping up with the live file that we maintain on DK Pittsburgh Sports. So I've got an alert ready, and I've got the score ready to change on the homepage, and I've got all kinds of things happening, right? And as I take care of something on the screen, I look down, Lars Eller makes a big hit that results in a change of possession. And Cody Glass is out there with him as well. And I know, I was wondering about Glass being out there. The puck makes it over to the other side, and Glass is just trying to get off the rink. Cutter Gauthier, the super fast kid that Anaheim has, he's the one who blew off the Flyers, you might remember, and won it out of there and ended up going out to the Ducks. Big potential, but big mistake. The kind that a 22-year-old rookie would make. In coming up the left boards in the Anaheim zone, he gets cut off, and I mean hard, by Glass. That's when Sid jumps in and chips to himself the backhand pass over Gauthier, catches up to it, and it's now just him and Lucas Dostal. And Sid's joking with me later. He's like, he just needed to find a way to settle the thing down more than anything else. He saw that Dostal was back in the net. He saw that his heels were back. So he felt like he'd have a chance to take the shot he wanted so long as he could get that thing to settle down. And you don't need to settle it to the point that you can read Gary Bettman's signature on it. You just need it to be somewhat semi-flat so that it goes true. You can't blow that chance, right? Okay, so it's funny. Sid had his mind made up pretty much throughout where he was going to shoot the puck. He just needed it to be there for him. But back upstairs, from my perspective, I got to tell you, I'm thinking the same thing that your son was, Jack. That's what happens when you're watching truly special players, not stars, not even superstars. That name gets thrown around everywhere, that brand, superstar. Everybody's a superstar. It's way worse in hockey than in any other sport. Everybody's got 3 or 4 superstars. This is someone who's special. And when they're in that situation, all they do is finish the way you expect them to finish. And no, don't ever, ever, ever take him for granted. Or, for that matter, moments with your son. Mine's off at college, and I had a really, really good FaceTime conversation with him yesterday while I was walking to the arena. Kept a smile on my face through the whole thing. Never forget what actually matters, my friends. I appreciate the question, Jack. I appreciate everybody listening to Daily Shot of Penguins. We'll be back with another one of these on Monday.